Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle is no ordinary figure in the Catholic Church. His name has been echoing through the halls of the Vatican and beyond for quite some time now, and for good reason. The man has a unique blend of qualities that makes him stand out, both within the Church and in the wider world. His warmth, his genuine care for others, and his clear vision for a church that is more welcoming, inclusive, and connected to the world today are just a few of the reasons why his influence is growing every day. This is a man who is not only a pillar of the Church, but also a force for positive change, someone who is determined to make the world a better place, starting with the Church itself. Born in the Philippines in 1957, Luis Antonio Tagle's rise to prominence has been nothing short of remarkable. From his humble beginnings in Imus, a small town just outside of Manila, to his eventual role as a leading figure in the Vatican, Tagle's journey is one of faith, service, and an unwavering commitment to the people he serves. His story is one of humility and dedication, a testament to the power of belief and the desire to make a real difference in the lives of others. Tagle is not just another high-ranking church official, he is a symbol of hope, a man who is doing everything he can to shape the Church for the better. What sets Cardinal Tagle apart from others in the Church is his rare combination of kindness, empathy, and intellectual rigor. He is not the kind of person who simply holds a position of power for the sake of it. Instead, Tagle is driven by a deep sense of mission. He's not in it for personal glory or recognition. His mission is much greater than that. He is working tirelessly to create a church that is more in tune with the needs of the world today. His dream is a church that welcomes everyone, regardless of their background, and one that lives up to the teachings of Jesus Christ by showing love and compassion to all. One of the most remarkable aspects of Tagle's journey has been his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Whether he is in the busy streets of Manila or within the grand halls of the Vatican, Tagle has always found a way to relate to people, to understand their struggles, and to offer a sense of hope. His deep faith and his commitment to social justice have shaped his worldview, and he has consistently worked to ensure that the Church is a place where everyone, no matter their circumstances, feels welcomed and valued. In the Vatican, Tagle has become known as one of the most trusted advisors to Pope Francis. The two share a deep respect for one another, and together they have worked to push the Church in a new direction, one that emphasizes inclusivity, compassion, and social justice. Tagle is not just a leader, he is a bridge between the Church and the people who rely on it for guidance. His role as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples has placed him at the center of efforts to make the Church more vibrant and relevant in the modern world. Under his leadership, the Church has focused on reaching out to marginalized communities, addressing social issues like poverty and inequality, and ensuring that the Church's message resonates with people in today's world. But what exactly makes Tagle's leadership so special? What is it about his approach that has garnered such admiration from so many? The answer lies in his ability to connect with people on a deeply personal level. Cardinal Tagle is known for being an incredible listener. He doesn't just hear what people are saying, he understands their pain, their struggles, and their hopes. He is the kind of leader who takes the time to truly listen to those around him and, more importantly, takes action based on what he hears. Whether it's through his advocacy for the poor, his efforts to address the challenges of climate change, or his commitment to interfaith dialogue, Tagle is constantly working to ensure that the Church is a force for good in the world. One of the most significant moments in Tagle's journey came during the 2024 U.S. National Eucharistic Congress in Indianapolis. The event was seen as a critical moment for the Catholic Church, particularly in the United States, where the Church has been facing challenges such as declining attendance and scandals. The Eucharistic Revival, a 3-year plan to reignite the faith of Catholics, had raised questions about whether it would succeed in bringing people back to the Church. Many wondered if the event would be just another hollow spectacle, or if it would actually inspire real change. As the spotlight turned to Cardinal Tagle, he did not disappoint. Standing before a crowd of thousands, he delivered a powerful speech. That would go down in history as a turning point for the Church. Tagle's words struck a chord with the audience as he called for a new Pentecost, a spiritual awakening that would breathe new life into the Church. His message was simple yet profound. This is not just about going through the motions of faith. It is about cultivating a personal, heartfelt connection with Jesus and spreading that energy to the world. His speech lit up the room, igniting a renewed sense of hope and purpose in those who heard him speak. Tagle was not just speaking to the crowd. He was speaking to the heart of what it means to be a Catholic in the modern world. Tagle's influence also extends to his work with Pope Francis on key church documents. One such document was Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si', which for many was just another theological text that wasn't particularly relevant to the average Catholic. But for Tagle, Laudato Si' was a powerful message about love, mercy, and fairness for all. He saw it not as a dry academic document, but as a living testament to Pope Francis's vision for a church that is outward-looking and engaged with the world. Tagle's interpretation of the encyclical was groundbreaking. He turned what many had seen as an obscure theological treatise into a rallying cry for social justice and environmental responsibility. His bold take on Laudato Si' did not sit well with everyone. Traditionalists in the Church were quick to criticize Tagle's progressive approach, calling him a troublemaker or even a heretic. The debates were fierce, with some questioning whether Tagle's ideas would push the Church too far from its roots. But Tagle's response was clear. He was not afraid to shake things up in order to bring the Church into alignment with the needs of the modern world. His message was one of inclusivity, compassion, and action. He argued that the Church had spent too long focused on the minutiae of doctrine, and it was time to focus on the real issues facing humanity: poverty, inequality, climate change, and human rights. The controversy surrounding Tagle's leadership is a reflection of the larger tensions within the Catholic Church. On one hand, there are those who believe that the Church must hold fast to its traditions no matter what. On the other hand, there are those like Tagle, who see the Church's role as one of active engagement with the world, addressing contemporary issues while staying true to the core values of the faith. The conflict between these two visions is not new, but with Tagle's rise it has become more pronounced. He has become a lightning rod for the future of the Church. Will it stay rooted in tradition, or will it evolve to meet the challenges of a rapidly changing world? As the Church faces these challenges, Tagle remains committed to his vision. He believes that the Church has a unique opportunity to be a force for good in the world, but only if it is willing to change. The Church, he argues, must be open to new ideas and new ways of thinking, especially when it comes to issues like social justice, the environment, and the role of women in the Church. Tagle has also been an outspoken advocate for the poor, and his leadership has brought attention to the plight of the marginalized and forgotten in society. His message is clear. The Church must be a place of refuge for those in need, and it must be proactive in addressing the most pressing issues of our time. Looking to the future, Cardinal Tagle has a clear vision for where the Church needs to go. He wants a Church that is more than just a sanctuary for the faithful. It must be a beacon of hope and love for all people, regardless of their background or circumstances. Under his leadership, the Church has the potential to be a dynamic force in the world, one that not only preaches the message of Christ but lives it out through action. Tagle believes that the Church must be active in the world, not passive. It must be a voice for justice, a champion for the poor, and a tireless advocate for peace. In conclusion, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle is a man on a mission. His leadership, vision, and commitment to social justice have already made a profound impact on the Catholic Church, and there is no doubt that his influence will continue to grow. Whether you agree with his approach or not, it is clear that Tagle is a game changer, someone who is pushing the Church to